I had an awesome chance today to record a lecture. I haven't done a lecture in months, so today was an awesome day to be able to just bang out a quick 5-minute lecture on a topic of my choosing. So the topic I chose was interest rates. Not so much from an economic standpoint, but more from a mathematical standpoint. What is interest? What is it conceptually? Why do we use it? And how do we work with it on a very basic arithmetic level? So feel free to join in this quick lecture. Lasts maybe about 5 minutes, and I hope you learned something. Interest. So more specifically, financial interest as a concept, as a process, and what we do with it. So interest itself stems from its usage in the mid-15th century, when it was used in context to mean a legal claim or a right. Latin, it was used in the late 14th century as interesse, which means what one has a legal concern in, which is another word that stems from another Latin word, interessume, which means to be. We find ourselves in frequent situations that involve interest. For example, you might have no money, but you might have a friend who does, say $100. They lend you that $100 for a certain amount of time. After that time, you're able to take their 100, grow it, and you'll be able to pay them back. The amount that you originally borrowed is what's called the principal, and how much money you have to pay them as a fine or a fee to borrow that money is what's called the interest. Principal, by the way, is a word that stems from the Latin word principalis, which in its most literal sense means first and foremost. That word breaks down further apart as well into primus and ceps, which means first catcher. How is the $5 of interest computed? And you'll notice that once the person gets their interest and original money back, they'll have more money, which they can then theoretically give to you to repeat the process over again to get even more interest. So they can keep growing their balance if they keep applying the interest over and over and over again. That process is what's called compound interest, and I'll get back to that in a moment. But how is the $5 computed? Simple. You take however much you originally borrowed and take a fraction of that. So if you borrowed a full $100 and the interest rate was 5%, then out of every 100 you took, which was just one in this case, you would pay back the full 100 plus 5 of the full original 100. You would then take that amount of money, and that's your new balance. But if you were to do this again, to take the balance and put it in as the old balance here and here, you would actually get a different figure. So a question is, can I derive an equation that can quickly give me what the balance is, assuming I started with a certain amount and I'm compounding by the interest? And as it turns out, if you use the equation for interest and this new balance formulation, you can get a neat little equation using algebra to get back down to here. If you took this result, which is your new balance, and you put it back in as your old balance twice over here, you'll get this equation, which then brings a 2 on as the exponent. You'll notice if you bring this back in to replace here, you'll get a third r. And then if you bring that in for a fourth time, you'll get a fourth r. If you do it a total of n times, this equation will therefore give you how much money you have at the end, starting here and compounding by k% each time, a total of n times. So if you wanted to invest in a stock and compound 3 times at 10%, you can use that equation to easily figure out what your ending balance will be in 3 years with such an investment. Interest, interest rates, and compound interest are all really important concepts, not only in finance, but in our day-to-day lives. We really can't live without them.